Monday, September 29th. I was off for the past few days. I was up in New Jersey, just kind of hanging out with Dad. Dad's 83rd birthday. We went to Spanos Restaurant. If you're down by the shore in Jersey, Spanos Restaurant, just Google it, go to it. Chicken parm is, I guess, what they're known for, but I had chicken parm with gnocchi on the side. I'm a huge gnocchi fan. Gnocchi is the way to go. I mean, you know, again, they feed you so much. And the eggplant meatballs, ask them for the eggplant balls. Those were some of the best things I've ever tasted in an Italian restaurant. I love it. I love it. We're going to go over Seeking Alpha Pro. Okay, I'm going to go over that because they gave it to me. I'll give you some thoughts on that one. We're going to go over Alpha Picks because I had some things that I did with my parents' portfolio with Alpha Picks, and we'll go over that. We will look at the week ahead. And FYI, spoiler, the week ahead is all about the government shutdown. And then we're going to go into TrendSpider, and I'm going to tell you, pick a strategy. Because you should have a strategy. Then we're going to go over IREN, Open, BMNR, and then the scans for today. So it's going to be a little bit of a short show, more focused. But while I was traveling, Seeking Alpha gave me access, and you're going to see it over here, okay? The Pro access. I attended a seminar for Seeking Alpha and kind of the tools that they offer. They wound up giving me the Pro version. Now, I did that seminar. It was eye-opening how much the Pro gives you. I had the premium version. So when you buy Seeking Alpha from my links, okay, I don't offer the Pro version right now. The Pro version is significantly more expensive. You can get the bundle, which includes premium and Alpha Picks. So you get everything that I'm going to show you. There is nothing in this Pro that I'm going to show you whatsoever. So it's highly suggested. The Pro version is more expensive and it's targeted towards people who are much more active in the market. Over the next few weeks or months, I'm going to try out the Pro version. I will give you my full thoughts, okay? I'm not somebody who ever thought that I would need this. Do you need it? If you are more active, you might need it. Right now, I will tell you, Pro, it gives you much more insight into the quant rating and the timeline of changes. You can see right there, upgrades and downgrades. It gives you the ones that were updated overnight. Okay, so you can look at that. So it's not just your watch list. It's not just you going in there and physically looking at them. It gives you the history. It gives you a quant portfolio, okay? This Pro Quant portfolio, it is like Alpha Picks, but it is on a weekly basis. They start buying on Monday and they rebalance on Tuesday, okay? It is a different strategy than what Alpha Picks is, but I will tell you, okay? It was mentioned that many of the Pro Quant wind up being in Alpha Picks portfolio. They just wind up being identified sooner in the Pro version because it's weekly. What is Alpha Picks? Alpha Picks is a data-driven portfolio. And it's one on the 1st, one on the 15th. We're going to get one again on Wednesday. So you'll get a new stock on Wednesday. You go in, you buy 1% of your entire portfolio. So if you have $50,000 in the Alpha Picks portfolio, you're going to buy $500 of this stock on Wednesday. And I will tell you, the performance of Alpha Picks goes back to July 1st, 2022. The performance of the Pro Quant only goes back to June. So I personally want the history. So if the Pro Quant is going to outperform Alpha Picks, and so far it has, but it's only since June. So it's like an IPO. I don't trust IPOs. I don't have enough data in there for IPOs. I didn't pick Alpha Picks until 2023. So it took me 7-8 months to actually understand Alpha Picks, to know exactly what it was doing. And by the way, I didn't buy in. It started in July 1st, 2022. I didn't buy into this fully until August of 2024. So it was almost 2 years of performance that I saw me underperforming this portfolio. And that's why I went with Alpha Picks. Now, the Pro, again, it's only been out there since June. So do I trust it right now? Not fully. It's like having an IPO. Am I going to buy it right away? No. Am I going to use their picks? Probably. But am I going to do this, kind of the way they say it? Probably not. I'm not an active person, so I'll give you my thoughts. But again, the Pro is a significantly higher cost. It's over $2,400 a year, whereas you can get Premium and Alpha Picks for $600 a year. You save $159 with my link there. So let's go over Alpha Picks because there's a couple of things that I want to show you in Alpha Picks. Okay, I mentioned Alpha Picks because it's a buy and hold portfolio. You can see the performance in Alpha Picks, 240% versus 74%. Let's look at a couple of things because they started buying gold. Okay, the gold rally lifts U.S. reserves to record $1 trillion valuation. Gold has been going nuts. They started buying gold in June. And I want to go over a couple of these because June, they picked SSRM. Okay, let's just look at SSRM. It was an alpha pick back here. You're up not 82% because you've gone up even higher. I've identified that $25 right there with SSR as a potential resistance level, but you're up 89%. In the portfolio, you're up 87%. Okay, that's one pick. Now, I've added to this on the 4-hour algorithm. So I am doing even better in this position than the portfolio because I added to this. Again, using the tools that you have. So let's look at SSRM. Or we extended our SSRM. Can you buy into it today? Well, Wall Street says it's a hold. But all of the quant factors are telling you that it's still good to go. It's ranked number 1 out of 47 in gold. So would you want to buy this one? Well, the quant rating has been a strong buy ever since $10. Again, we're talking Seeking Alpha Premium now. We're looking at an Alpha Pick stock, but we're using Seeking Alpha Premium to look at this. And had you just noticed that, hey, SSRM and gold back in February, they were doing well, that gold was a stock. Maybe it was the number one, maybe it wasn't. But back in February, I was in Newmont Mining. Okay, Newmont has done really, really well this year. It is one of the leaders in the S&P. Did I know about SSRM? I had no clue about this stock until Alpha Picks picked it. So is it too late to get in? Well, Wall Street says it's worth $18. That's a 23% downside. Alpha Picks is not going to tell you to get out of this one and into this one in a haphazard way. There are rules around Alpha Picks. It will tell you, after it's been a hold in the quant. It's not a hold in the quant. Seeking Alpha analysts have it as a buy. And if you just looked at this one back here, this one, Mountain Valley Investments, they had a buy back here on September 21st. And they go over why they think it's a buy on September 21st. So you can look at recent valuations of this one and say, why do they think it's a buy? Again, using the tools that you have in front of you. Another one that they just picked on the 2nd of September is a gold stock, and it's KGC, Kinross Gold Corporation. This is number 9 out of 47, so it's not number 1, but Wall Street has it as a buy. But again, you go down and you look at the average price target, it's $20. That's 15% downside. It's a strong buy in the quant. When did it turn to a strong buy? At $11. It turned, $13. It turned to a strong buy. It's at $24 right now. So again, in the portfolio, this was picked on the 2nd of September. It is up 13% in the Alpha Picks portfolio. Now, Seeking Alpha analysts, they say it's a buy. You can go and read the article just here from September 24th. So again, it's current valuations. You can read about that. Or if you want to just use a technical strategy to add to it, you use TrendSpider. And again, you can see we've dipped down on this one, but the 4-hour algorithm didn't get you out. So you have to pick your strategy on these things. But again, between Seeking Alpha Pro, which I have, which I'm currently am testing, and Seeking Alpha Premium, I currently suggest premium and alpha picks. That's the best value out there. And how do you get it? You go to my link tree. It's the second link right there. And you save over $150. Now, if you don't want the Alpha Picks portfolio, you can get a free 7-day trial of premium. It is still a fantastic tool. Okay? Again, gold rallies. Now, I could go over the week ahead with the Catalyst Watch, because again, this is my favorite article from Seeking Alpha. Set up a free account with Seeking Alpha. I think you may even get this for free. I'm not even sure, but if you use my link and said to get the free 7-day trial, you can get this. It is the greatest Friday email ever because it sets up your week. But I don't care about this week. You know, there's two volatility watches that I'm going to go over in a little bit. BMNR and IREN are set up for a volatile week of trading based on options volume. Those are two stocks that I currently own that I will go over later in this podcast. But the entire thing, you have earnings watch, you have Carnival Cruises, you have Nike, you have a Google event and an Amazon event. You have all of this stuff going on, but nothing matters other than the potential government shutdown. Okay? Nothing matters other than the potential government shutdown. I'm going to repeat that. Nothing matters other than the potential government shutdown, because here's the thing. This is psychology at play. And so in the past, we've seen government shutdowns, and what we've seen is the government shutdown and the market reacts by going down. Okay? This has been a buy the dip moment in the past few years. It's never gone on for a very long time. You've got Trump threatening to fire people. You got the Democrats threatening if they don't do the Obamacare stuff. But again, it's a war of words. They will figure it out. And right now, you are in a good market. Okay, you're in a bull market. So the government shutdown, will the U.S. government shut down? Here's what the prediction markets say. They think that it will. Odds of a government shutdown on prediction poly market were 72%. The bets had shot up to 83% on Saturday, but dropped to 64% after the news of the meeting. There's a meeting set up. Do I expect anybody to give up? No. But I do think you buy the dip. Right now, we're up. Make no mistake, you're at 599 on QQQ. The 4-hour algorithm has you in on QQQ. On VOO, it has you, you're at 611. The 4-hour algorithm has you in, doesn't have you out. So for me, what am I buying? I got to ask on YouTube, what am I buying? Well, for me, I'm buying QQQ and VOO. And I'm adding to my Alpha Picks portfolio. And maybe I have my watch list of 5 names that if they pull back 5% or more, I'm buying, no questions asked. But that's my strategy. That's my strategy. The biggest government shutdown consequences for investors, economic data. This could be a big deal because they're threatening mass firings. Okay, specifically within the Office of Management and Budget, instructing federal agencies to prepare reduction in force notices. So it won't be just furloughed. They're going to fire people, and it could be the data, and it could be a drawn out downturn in the market. But you want to buy the dip. And I say that not saying, hey, the market's down 1%, go and buy the dip on something 1%. But a year from now, do you think we're going to be down lower than we are right now? The only way we get lower is if earnings stall. The only way we go lower if that big fucking board in the Rose Garden comes out again. If he starts on, again, if Trump starts down the tariff road, then buy the dip makes no sense. But I will urge you, and I personally, I don't need to urge you. I'm just telling you my strategy. I'm going to buy the dip. But don't follow me. Again, make your own mind up. This is a game. The market is a game of psychology. If you don't think that we're going to be up a year from now, then don't buy. But when I look at VOO and I see the month of April down 0.5%, and that's the last down month that we had, and I see May. It was nervous buying in May. You were up 5%. I see in June. It was nervous buying in June. We were up 5%. I see in July. Was I nervous buying in July? No, because July had a 100% win rate. I even bought TQQQ, a triple leverage DTF on the Qs, and I held it for July. We were up 2%. And then I see August seasonally. Was I scared buying in August? Yes. You're up 3%. Am I scared buying in September? You're up 4% on this. And if you look at a monthly on QQQ, it's even better. So what I would urge you to do is find a strategy, okay? TrendSpider has my 4-hour algorithm. That's what I use. TrendSpider is an amazing charting platform, and their fall sale is still going on for a day. Again, it was extended. And I urge you, if it's within your budget, if I had to choose between Seeking Alpha Pro and TrendSpider, I would choose TrendSpider all day long. If I had to choose between Seeking Alpha Premium and Alpha Picks and TrendSpider, I would choose probably the bundle of Alpha Picks and Seeking Alpha. But TrendSpider, I can't live without it. Again, the two between Seeking Alpha Premium and Alpha Picks, and then you get TrendSpider, that's the perfect bundle for me. Why? Because I can find strategies, and I can find technical strategies that work, like Tesla. My 4-hour algorithm makes me 103% versus 62% buy and hold. I am buying and holding some lots of Tesla. But did I buy at 354? You better damn well know I bought at 354 once we had confirmation. I think it was like at 348, 349, somewhere around there. So I got a little bit better than the 4-hour algorithm. But again, I'm still holding because it doesn't have me out. Now, say you don't like my 4-hour algorithm and you're like, hey, it doesn't work. Go and find other strategies. Go and Google Mark Minervini, okay? Legendary trader. I went over him last Wednesday. Legendary. This is a template. It literally guides you. You don't need to know charts for this. It guides you through colors. It checks for relative performance greater than 70, price above the 50, 150, and 200-day SMAs. The 50-day SMA above both the 150 and 200. Again, it's a technical strategy that Mark Minervini has done really well, a legendary trader, and they automate it for you. And maybe you're like, well, I'm not a big trader. I don't want to be a big trader. Well, the turtle strategy is a legendary trend following system built around a simple but powerful idea. Ride strong breakouts, cut your losers fast, and let the winners run. It was taught to a group of novice traders in the 80s. It is still to this day one of the most iconic rules-based strategies ever created. And TrendSpider puts it on your screen for you. There are a ton of strategies out there, and it's all built in TrendSpider. Again, you don't need to know technical trading for this. It literally puts it on your screen. But if you want to know technical trading, if you want to know how to optimize this tool, you can get the standard, okay? This comes with one training session per year. So you can get your 1 hour with a product expert, get all of your questions answered, and that's $40 a month, okay? But let me steer you towards the left here, towards the advanced, because what does this come with? It's $117 a month. Consider there's 4 weeks in a month. You get 52 training sessions per year. So divide 117 by 4. Okay, about $27, $28, somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay, that's what you're paying each week for a product expert to get on a Zoom call with you and answer every question that you have about technical analysis in TrendSpider. They're going to teach you how to become an expert on the tool. And FYI, that gives you the tool for free. Because if you're just paying for the 52 training sessions per year and you consider that just a training course at name something you can learn for $28. You can't learn golf. You can't learn piano. You can't do that. Or you can just go to YouTube. Again, whatever you want to do, they have the option for you. So I steer people towards that. And if you just go to the TrendSpider store here, you can buy strategies, scanners, indicators. It's as simple as click and find. Again, a charting platform and then your fundamental platform, it's the best bundle you can have. Now, I'm going to use this to go over a couple of stocks. Okay, IREN, this is one that I own. Now, I want you to follow me on Twitter because most of what I do is just retweet. And I was just flooded with IREN. And there's takeaways on this, the 500 million revenue from less than 2% of its total power, the shift to AWS type AI cloud, secured capacity. People are bullish on IREN, and it's all over my Twitter feed. Okay, all over. IREN stays in the top #1 holding in Investors Business Daily. Third week in a row, it's the top one. So let's go look at it. Let's use the platforms that we have to take a look because I know I'm going to get questions. Is it too late to get into IREN? Well, I got in well before 8:18 because I had the 4-hour algorithm and I saw this one popping up and I knew, but let me take you back to when I actually bought it. Around $17, I think. And the reason I did that was because it was another one. Nebius. Nebius reported earnings. Now, Nebius is a data center cloud provider, and they reported earnings, and you can see it pop up from $50 to $80. Okay, and it just continued up. Today, that's at 107. But I went over here and I said, I don't like Nebius. You know, for me, it's just popped too much. See, it's got a D on valuation. The growth sucks. The profitability sucks. And I just didn't like it. And so I did some analysis and I went to Perplexity and I said, give me something that's similar. And then it popped up IREN. Now, is it perfect in the quant? No. But I said, you know what? I do like the chart on IREN because the 4-hour algorithm made me 958% versus 800%. So I bought there. Now you can see it's pulled back. Its highs up here are around $47 to $50. Let's see, where's IREN? $49.39. And you're trading at $43. So is it too late? Well, you look at the MACD, it's a little high. You look at the RSI, it's at 58. People are buying the dip on this one. And fundamentally, they have a story that is playing out. And it's playing out on Twitter. It's playing out within retail. It is playing out. And if you think that it's too late, go and look at some of the most recent analysis. Wall Street thinks it's worth $43. Okay, there's 13 analysts that cover it. Seeking Alpha analyst, Udom, back here, he says it's a buy as of today. You can go back here. Yanis Zumporis, they think it's a buy. Up here, it's down 10% since they rated it buy. You will have to deal with volatility, but I want you to go out there and look at the business. And if you don't know what they do, go and look at the AI report. It tells you company description, competitors and unique value, CoreWeave and Nebius, Riot Platform and Hut. Then you can go in and it tells you exactly what the quant ratings mean. Then you can bring up all the positives and negatives from Seeking Alpha analysts. And this was written, generated on 9/29, okay, at 12:07. So it was just done last night. So all of these quant ratings are as of last night's actual price. So again, Seeking Alpha is great for that. Follow me on Twitter. Again, if you'd like to see that, because I don't do a lot of custom analysis. But one other one is Eric Jackson. Eric Jackson is the Open Door guy, and he's got IREN as one of his plays as well. You can see Open, BETR, IREN. We've gone over this. He has some great, highly volatile stocks. So let's look at Open Door. Do I care about the fundamentals of Open Door? That's not the point. It's in the middle of a short squeeze. It's got 22% short interest. And as it pumps up, it starts to squeeze because the shorts have to get out. Again, these guys are shorting. And last week, Open Door, Jane Street discloses almost a 6% stake in it. And they started buying at $1. You can see it pump up. Now, I don't own this one. I want to get into this one. Am I getting into this one? This may be a great one. If the market starts taking it down and people start selling, it might be time to get into this one. The 4-hour algorithm makes you 341% versus 177%. You can see it got you in at 245. You are making a ton of money, up over 200% in just less than a month. Again, they have a new CEO. I like the story on this one. I still haven't gotten in, but I will. Another one that I love is BMNR. And this one, I don't care about the fundamentals whatsoever. Wall Street says it's a strong buy, but FYI, there's one analyst that covers this. They think it's worth $60. It's trading at 52 right now. This is a technical trade. And remember, this is Tom Lee's Ethereum play. Now, the 4-hour algorithm, it only makes you 63%. Why? Because it got you in here. It missed this huge run. I don't like IPOs. I don't like not having moving averages here. I don't like it. 4-hour algorithm got me out with a 12% gain. You can see, got me out with a 45% gain and a 12% gain. There's only been 2 positions. Both have been winners. So when it tells me to buy again, I will buy again. I bought more under 50. I like it under 50. It's at 52 right now. The $50 mark, if you just move this up to 50, let's move. And again, this is a technical trade, but I'm buying and holding for the long term. And if you just put it 50 on this one, it seems like a pretty good buy below, sell over. But I am buying for the long term in this one. Why? Because Tom Lee told me on a podcast that every dollar you put into BMNR, they are able to buy $3 in Ethereum. And Ethereum, I think, is the way to go on the crypto market. Now, I'm not a crypto expert. I'm just buying this one, and I'm not going to make the mistake of selling this one out. Just my play. But again, do your own research. So those are the tools that I have. That's the entire, again, do I care about what the market does today? No. I care about the psychology of the market when the government shuts down. And I'm going to take that opportunity to add 2 positions, VOO, QQQ, and the Alpha Picks portfolio. And the Alpha Picks portfolio is just because I've seen it do so well. And more than likely, there will be stocks in this portfolio that will overreact. Any reaction in the market is an overreaction. So there's your Monday show. And I'm sorry if it was a sales ad for everything. But the reality is I use these tools to manage my portfolio. This entire podcast is not about you. It's not about helping you find the tools that you need to customize for yourself. It's about me, the tools that I use. Some people seem to like it. And FYI, there are thousands of people in this audience who have benefited from these tools. The Gary Bundle is what I call it. And again, it's TrendSpider, it's Seeking Alpha Premium, and Alpha Picks. So if you have any questions, you can hit me up. Everything's on Linktree. And I just went over, by the way, live on YouTube. Visible is my phone service. Why? Because it's cheap. And I just got the new Apple Watch Ultra, the Ultra 3. I set it up on my plan. It's included in my plan. It's fantastic. And sorry about the camera angle. But yes, Visible service, you can get that on the Linktree. I have deals for services and tools that I use. Everything. You can follow my trades on Savvy Trader. There's the YouTube. You can Venmo and PayPal or Cash App me if you make money, because again, I'm your bartender. So if you buy IRN at 50 and it's all of a sudden at 100, yeah, tip your bartender. If you buy BMNR at 49 and all of a sudden it's at 80, yeah, tip your bartender. That's it. So if you have any questions, hit me up. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell, my heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.